Good morning, everybody. This is Ryan Gilkerson, lead creative here at Company 119, and we're glad you could join us once again for today's Coffee Cup. Now, today we're going to talk about something that I think is really important, and that is merging your content on your website with your PPC ads or your paid campaigns that you're running to drive traffic to your website. A lot of times they seem like there's two different worlds. Content is what you do for your SEO. It's how you get organic visitors to your site, how you build up through the SERP rankings and get people to visit your website. Paid search is a lot more instant. Paid search can get people there right now. So a lot of times they seem like they're operating in two different spaces and two different worlds. But as Search Engine Journal, Virtual Assistant John, can you please bring up the Search Engine Journal article? There it is, just like clockwork. So as Search Engine Journal tells us, Christopher Jones wrote this awesome article called 5 Surprising Ways Great Content and PPC Can Help Each Other. There's a lot of ways that they could be used at the same time in harmony to get traffic to your site. Let's look at what some of the suggestions they had was. Use PPC ads to get traffic fast. Here's the thing. If you want to get traffic to your site immediately, people come to us a lot of times and say, hey, I want to get an SEO package. I want to work on getting more people to my site. Well, SEO results, search engine results, they take a little bit of time. It usually takes a good 6 months to be able to move up organically in rankings, even if you're using targeted ways to do that. Depending on what you're selling, depending on your business, it can even take longer than that to really impact search results. Paid search is instant. If you start a paid search campaign today, we put together a strategic campaign, we can start to make things happen for you very quickly. So what you really need to do is do a little bit of both. You need to have long-term search engine optimization campaigns done to help grow your site organically, but you also need to have paid search so that you're getting results right away and you can maximize on the advertising capabilities that are out there with like Google Ads and some of the platforms that are there to advertise. The second, I like this one too. Use PPC ads, the way they say it, to bias people toward your brand. A lot of times there's a belief that if people had paid ads and then they had organic listings that were showing up on the same page, that could be a bad thing, that the paid ads were taking away from the effectiveness of the organic ads. We found that that's simply not the truth. Rand Fishkin, formerly of Moz, who does all sorts of great podcasts on this type of subject, said that you can really capitalize on both. The more exposure you get on a page, the better, and that really does make sense. So it actually makes you seem a little more authoritative. If you're showing up in the paid search and the organic search, it really can make you look like you're one of the top companies doing what you do, and it really can enhance the way that your brand looks online. So you can have both. If you have paid and organic showing up right by each other, that's a good thing. They can work hand in hand. Number 3, deliver an awesome landing page experience. When it comes to paid ads, when it comes to running paid search, even display ads, even when it comes to running social media ads, your landing page means everything. We've done some work on the Coffee Cup before about how to lay out a landing page, and I want to do more. Landing pages are so important. The reason that they're so important is because the way that page lays out, and even your call to actions that you have, really determine the path that your viewer is going to go down in terms of interacting with you. So if you have a great ad, you're getting a lot of results, people are clicking on it, and then it takes them to a landing page that's ugly. If it doesn't make sense the way that it's laid out, if the calls to actions aren't strong, then it's really not really doing much for you. So when you're talking about doing a landing page, you want to think about a few things. You want to think about awareness. You want to talk about what problem they're coming to see you to solve. Take care of that. Consideration. You know that the customer has a particular need. Are you addressing that in the landing page? And then help them make a decision. Put a call to action in there that helps guide them to where you want them to go. Those are all important factors in creating a landing page. Fourth, you want to find content insights from PPC keyword data. Here's the thing. The one thing that SEO and PPC have in common is keyword research. I didn't know that before I got into a little bit more about PPC, but it's very similar. There's keyword research that goes into it. You're making targeted campaigns between the two. you need to have communication between your paid ads and your organic content that you're making on your site. The problem with some agencies, and it happens naturally, sometimes the SEO side of things, the content that they're putting out isn't matching up with what they're trying to advertise through PPC, and you're missing out on an opportunity to have those two sides talk to one another and benefit from each other. So you can target together, you can use some of the same keyword research to find out what's going to work and what's going to make a difference and use those together. And then steal as much SERP real estate as possible. I love this. There's no reason to not have as much room on that front page as possible between your paid search and organic. We talked about that a little bit earlier, but there's no reason to not take up as much of that page as you can. It's not going to hurt you to have those two sides covered. Some things that you can do content-wise to help with PPC ads: promote your great content with your Facebook ads. You can use Facebook to enhance PPC. You can use Facebook to enhance the organic content. Don't be afraid to use Facebook ads to really target. When you get onto Facebook, the easiest way to target people that you think might be interested is to target towards people that like your page and their friends. That's a great way to touch people that are already familiar with their product and might already be a mouthpiece for your product, but you can choose through targeting as well. Make sure that you're setting not only demographic targets, but geo targets as well to make sure you're hitting people in your target area. Write really great clickable headlines. There's a lot of tools. BuzzSumo is one that you can use that will help you find out what's going on in your industry, what the hot button topics are, what people are clicking on the most. Write a headline that draws people in. If you can really catch them with that headline and make them click, all of your content is going to benefit from that. Think mobile first. When you're designing your landing pages especially, think about how a mobile experience is going to interact with what you've created. Make it short headlines, use concise paragraphs, get those pop-ups out of there, make sure your images are optimized, and include a really clear call to action that's easy to reach with mobile. That will benefit you down the road. And then those CTAs. Get killer CTAs. Put them somewhere where they can be seen. Make it easy to tell what's going to happen when you click the CTA, and make it, use your colors effectively. Make it pop so that people know right where it is. Using CTAs effectively is going to make a big difference in how people interact with those paid ads. So paid ads and content don't necessarily live in two different worlds. They can be used together. They can enhance one another. And overall, that's going to help you reach your targets that you want to reach through your sales and marketing strategies. So before you finish your first cup of coffee today, you learn more about PPC and content than your competition will all day long. We thank you for joining us on the Coffee Cup. We'll see you tomorrow with more.